This is the pathos, and I've been propagating some of her leaves, and look at all those roots. I think it's time to plant them. I even got this cute little pot at the thrift store. Can you believe it? Welcome to my fire escape. This is the Big Mama Pathos plant. She's doing very well. And now it's time to plant. Here they are. You can see all the roots in there. Look at all those. I have two separate leaves. Careful. See? So I'm gonna plant them next to each other. It's going to look something like this. Look how happy she looks. This one, now it's gonna get to freezing temperatures tonight. So I think I'm going to put it inside by the window. I just filmed a whole video that was poopy garbo. I have a big pathos plant and I've been propagating little pieces of it for months and I just haven't planted it. So I did that today because it's pretty nice outside, and I had just been talking about what's been going on recently, and it's a lot of stuff. It got me pretty down in the dumps, to be short. Really busy time because of a lot of good things. Good thing number one, my hands are getting even better. I know, hard to believe. This one's like 98%, this one's like 75 in terms of numbness and pain and cramping. Where it used to be like 0 and like, I don't know, 30 or something. So I'll show you the final product. This is what we did outside. I have this cool pot from the thrift store that was $1.99. But I want to talk about why my brain is not doing well. I'm feeling really dissociated recently, and by that I mean I kind of feel like I'm watching myself live as opposed to living myself, which makes it difficult to feel emotions to an accurate depth. And I think that comes from this aftershock that I have. So last summer, before I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, my central nervous system was very inflamed and attacking itself, and I was having multiple panic attacks. I think I had 15 in 3 months, and anyone who's had one will tell you that one is enough. So that was a really hard time, and a lot of the in-between of that was me being like, when's it gonna happen again? Because clearly it kept happening, and without my diagnosis, I didn't know why. I thought that I'm like, oh, the pandemic's freaking me out, and now I have an anxiety disorder, and this is just something I'm gonna have to deal with. I think in order to feel really high highs, you have to experience really low lows. So with so many times where I felt really not okay, really confused, really scared, pretty low lows, when I would feel all right in the moment, it was euphoric. After my panic attacks would end, or when I was outside and I could feel like the sun on my face and I knew that I was going to be okay for at least a little bit, I can't even describe it. I was so incredibly grateful to be alive and to be okay. Now, obviously, I don't want to have panic attacks anymore. For anyone who hasn't had them, it is all of the emotions and chemicals you would feel if you were about to die. This like overlooming sense of doom, but without a inherent like source, so you don't like know where the attack is coming from, and your heart's beating out of your chest and you can't breathe, and just, you know, it's bad stuff. Since not having the really low lows and therefore the really high highs, I felt really numb recently, ironically. So not just my hands, but like emotionally or in my brain, feels very fuzzy, along with my hands getting better. You know, you gotta get back into things. I'm going back to school in January, which is really exciting, but I've been working 3 jobs recently. On top of that, I've been doing so much government disability stuff. I won't bore you. Tons of paperwork preemptively about if I do become permanently disabled, which is, with the severity of my lesions and with my history, it's a possibility that could happen, and I don't know when. Having a timeline with the government is helpful for them to accept my case. Stuff a 25-year-old kid probably shouldn't have to worry about or deal with. Not that anyone should have to worry about or deal with that. Just the tax return stuff that I talked about in my IRS video. By the way, I got it. So it's been a lot recently. I just have been so tired. I think the question that I wanted to ask with people with a history of anxiety and panic attacks is, do you ever miss it? With those high highs and low lows, without having them, things are just so normal. I don't feel these visceral emotions anymore, and everything is numb. That's an exaggeration. I don't want to have panic attacks. I'm gonna put this out here right now. I don't want to have panic attacks. But things just feel a bit derealized. I don't really feel like I'm in my own skin. I'm very happy with my new plant. I've been planning December for a while because this year has been hard. It's been pretty hard. I want to celebrate, and I'm going to do that by just living it up pretty much all of December. Next week I'm stopping work. I was talking to Thomas about how I wanted to celebrate this last year of my life. Sorry. Ooh. I'm gonna roll with that. That's something that I haven't voiced, but I've been feeling for a long time. Back in October, I thought I was going to die. All the doctors didn't know what was wrong. My body was going numb. Things were failing. And I really just prepared myself to die. And then I kept living. And that, obviously, super grateful. But it feels weird. It doesn't feel real. It's so strange to go, okay, this is it. And then, okay, and just keep going. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. And again, so grateful to be here. I'm happy it didn't go the other way. But it's the strangest sensation. I think that's part of the reason why I feel derealized, that things don't feel real, like I'm in my own skin, because my brain just like spun around a couple times, I feel like, or someone took my noggin and just went, nee, 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 nee. You ever do that? This last month of my year off, I wanted to celebrate. I was telling Thomas about this, and he's really nice to me. He was like, all right, do you want to come out to LA again? So I'm gonna go to LA, just have a bunch of fun. He's gonna be working, so I'm just gonna be like, have a place to stay in a car and travel all around LA and go rollerblading and go running on the beach by myself. And then obviously like we'll hang out when he comes home from work. And it's going to be really great, I think. And then I'm going back to my home state to see my family for the holidays and just hug them all the time and never let go. So, short summary, things are better down here. Not so good up here. That's all the updates I had. Thanks for listening. Please comment down below if you suffer from anxiety or panic attacks and you ever felt dissociated or derealized. Or how's your brain? How's your brain? That's all. I'm gonna go for a walk. Maybe read a book. Bye.